Good morning, afternoon, or evening. Welcome to the Not So Daily Show, the show that comes to you daily, except when it doesn't. I'm your host, Themba. Now, this is our first show of the year, but it already feels like so much has happened. So let's begin with Zandile Mafe, the man accused of trying to burn down Parliament.
The raging flames rose high above the rooftops of Cape Town, a plume of billowing smoke visible from across the city. The building on fire, part of South Africa's parliament.
The year literally started off with a bang, with Parliament bursting into flames on the 2nd of January 2022. And the man accused of breaching security and breaking into this national key point that has existed and been safely guarded since as long back as apartheid times is the allegedly homeless Zandile Mafe. When the images of Zandile Mafe first surfaced on the internet with him looking homeless and disorientated, a lot of people thought this is a setup and there is no way this poor person could have tried to burn down Parliament.
Why did they pick up an innocent man sleeping on the side of the road and now saying he had explosives and he had laptops of Parliament?
But this past week, Zandile Mafe reappeared in court sporting a new legal counsel, including the People's Champion Dali Mpofu, as well as a clean shave and a fresh-looking jacket. And some people started thinking, maybe this guy is actually capable of burning down Parliament, which just goes to prove once and for all that men should never, ever come clean.
It's a trap!
But speaking of coming clean, the referee of the African Cup of Nations match between Tunisia and Mali, Janny, Sikazwe, might actually owe the world an explanation after he ended the match prematurely, robbing football fans around the world of the most intense, exciting and important part of the action.
86 minutes he blew, and now there he is. They are not happy.
That's definitively brought the match. Janny Sikazwe signals, and it's only now that we're going to tick out round. So he's furious. He thought he was going to get a lot longer. Algerian coach, Mande Kabaya. Now,
men all over the world were livid, accusing the referee of robbing them of the last few minutes of pleasure by finishing early. But the women were like, what's the big deal? You guys do that to us all the time. But speaking of referees taking sides, Acting Chief Justice Judge Raymond Zondo was accused of getting involved in ANC politics when he called a press conference to address a letter written by the Tourism Minister Lindiwe Sisulu taking aim at the Constitution and seemingly throwing shade at black judges in the judiciary.
So here's the first quote. It says, "The most dangerous African today is the mentally colonized African. And when you put them in leadership positions or as interpreters of the law, they are worse than your oppressor. In America, these interpreters are called the house Negroes. Today, in the high echelons of our judicial system, are these mentally colonized Africans who have settled with the worldview and mindset of those who have dispossessed their ancestors. They are only too happy to lick the spittle of those who falsely claim superiority. The lack of confidence that permeates their rulings against their own speaks very loudly."
Some critique behind this letter by Lindiwe Sisulu is that she was a key part of all the administrations that were responsible for everything she complains about in this very letter, and that she is basically telling people things that they already know, which is the lack of economic progress for black people since the fall of the apartheid government, while the leaders of the transformation are getting rich. She is also a key member of the governing ANC, which in the past year failed to pay employee salaries and fraudulently withheld money from the UIF, but on January 8th, threw a big party to celebrate their 110th birthday. But if there's anything we know about the ANC and its members, is that any little money they get,
na enjoyment, na gbadun, na flenjo.
Thanks for watching the first episode of the Not So Daily Show for the year. Do not forget to subscribe, drop a like, and leave a comment. Until next week, cheers.